So we have a 2004 Toyota Sienna. Um, it started the problem at about 135,000 miles. It's been excellent besides that. We haven't done a ball joint, a strut, or anything. But it started to have a vibration upon acceleration and at odd times, and it even got to the point where it would vibrate at stoplights. You know, if you're in drive with the brake on, it'd sit there and vibrate, which was confusing. Like I started thinking it was a motor problem, but if you put it in neutral and revved it, it revved up fine. And it was mainly at high speeds. When you accelerated, you could feel it. And then at a stop, it would vibrate. And the driver's side axle was the first one we replaced. And the boot's not torn, but when this axle was mounted, it was super sloppy. And so we replaced that, and the problem went 90% away, but there was another small vibration. And so I bought the passenger side axle, and that one, I left it for 10,000 miles, and it got worse and worse and worse like the other one. And this one was actually torn, and you can hear it. I mean, back and forth, it's supposed to move, but up and down, it was really rattly and loose. So if you're having that vibration while you're driving, it feels like out of balance wheels. We got the tires balanced, and it helped. Like, it helped quite a bit. So I was thinking it might have been the struts starting to go too, but it's not the struts. We have 157,000 miles. We don't have a rough road or anything. So if you don't live on rough roads, these cars, a lot of the stuff lasts a long time, but these CV axles wear out. I mean, they're constantly moving. So that'll be the first thing you do. And if you're gonna do them both at one time. They're pretty simple. You take the two bolts out of the strut, and the strut comes loose, and then there's a bolt and two nuts on the bottom ball joints, and you can leave your tie rod connected, and you lift your wheel hub over after you unbolt your axle nut, and you're able to pull it out. This one came out a little harder. I had to pry between the drive shaft to get this one to pop loose. This one has a bearing carrier with a pin clip that you go up and you squeeze with the pliers, pull that out, and this slips. There's not a compression fitting or anything on there. So this one was actually easier to do, honestly, than this one, because this one has your friction ring. So getting that out is a little more tricky. But if you're chasing this, if you don't physically have anything loose like a tie rod end or anything, or if you can push on the front of your car and it doesn't bounce like the strut's going out, do not replace all that stuff. Toyota parts last a long time, but the axles wear out. They're constantly moving and spinning. So just so you're not chasing yourself forever, if you have a vibration, get your wheels balanced first if you're unsure, and go to the axles. And when you do the front axles, just do them both. I did replace them with AutoZone axles because I wanted to do original Toyotas, but they were almost $500 a piece. At AutoZone, they're $80 to $100 each, and they work fine. They do like a lifetime warranty on them too, so it sucks to replace them, but how do you beat saving $800, and they work fine. I replace parts like this all the time, and they feel great. The car drives like brand new. I hope this worked out. I'm sorry I didn't do a video showing you guys how to do this, but I hope that helps. Like I said, you undo your axle bolt, take your wheel off, undo your axle bolt. There's two nuts in a bolt that takes your lower ball joint, drops it loose. Two out of the strut, the bottom of the strut, you pull those bolts out, and you can leave your tie rod end attached, move it to the side. And this is something you can do at home. It's a little tougher, you got to get it up in the air and stuff, but you can do this stuff, and I hope it saves everyone some time and money, and you don't spend a bunch of money trying to figure out what the heck's going on and replace parts. This is typically what causes these vibrations. So please subscribe and help me out on the channel, and hopefully I can keep making some more videos that help people save a bunch of money. Thanks.